Hello there. Before I start today's video, we will be eventually looking into this modified Kenobi's Delta 7 Starfighter that I've built based on the pieces you get in LEGO's official set. But the instructions are already live on Rebrickable.com, and if you don't know what Rebrickable is, it's a place for other users to sell their mock instructions. And I've put mine up for only £1. So if you've got this set and want to build it yourself, be sure to at least check it out. And whilst you're there, you can have a look at everyone else's mocks that they've designed. Perhaps even upload your own. I also have uploaded the instructions for Chalmers Mos Eisley Cantina. And if you don't feel like buying the instructions to this mock and perhaps want to create your own, the instructions to my custom Star Wars diorama base are live for free. That's right, they don't cost a thing. So go download them and build your own dioramas. Now, if we take a look at these mocks that I've built, as you can see, I've got Chalmers Cantina on the left. There is a video up if you want to check that out, where I also briefly discussed about the new diorama mock base that I've built, which resembles the ones that LEGO have released, however, doesn't have any of the plaques on the front and is a bit easier for you and me to create ourselves, without the need for any printed pieces or custom stickers and decals. And also, if you are creating your own mocks, all you'll need is a 16 by 24 plate as so. And as you can see, you can use bigger plates and also littler ones, as these 1x2s I've included to show that you can have as many plates as you want on the bottom supporting it, as long as you leave this last row of studs on all the four sides clear to slot into the base. Even if you wanted it more structurally sound, you could then plate over these, as I have left two studs high at the bottom in this hole here of the diorama base, just to make sure that the dioramas are as structurally sound as can be. And as you can see, they slot in just like so, little bit of pressure to click them in place, and the mock is ready to go. Today we'll be taking a look at this Kenobi's Delta 7 Starfighter custom that I made using all the parts from the build except for 5 that you could add if you've got them laying around in your collection, but there's not a big difference without them. Starting off looking at them 5 pieces on the underside, they're only used here to implement some wedges and a 1x4 plate on the brackets, which are the 5 pieces that you may not have. And here, for instance, to attach the radar dish underneath, which is something that was left out in the original set. Now, you'll still be able to get the lightsaber on underneath, and we'll just have to find another place for that radar dish, as if you open the cockpit, you can see all the brackets that have been used from my own collection. Also, on Rebrickable, all these 5 are on the same step, so if you do end up buying my instructions, first off, thank you very much, it does support the channel. And also, I've left in the description of Rebrickable the step that you miss out, and you'll have a few loose pieces, but the ship will still look the same from atop, and you might not even notice it from underneath. As you can see, I have pointed out the lightsaber holder underneath, which does fit the fully formed saber, and you might have seen the radar dish, which fits just neatly under here, and when the ship is displayed, you can't notice either of them. Now, I'm very impressed with how I got the wings on here, as I would have liked to use hinges and perhaps got rid of this little gap here, but the ship is minifigure scale, and I have my own custom measurements to get this minifigure scale, so that all my ships and all my mocks are scaled to each other as well as the minifigures, and means that Kenobi doesn't look tiny compared to his ship, as LEGO tend to oversize a few of these to give them more detail and make them a better playset, such as the speeders and walkers I was discussing in my last LEGO review. I believe that was the 501st Battle Pack one. And Kenobi also fits in his seat just here. There's 2 studs keeping him in, which means that when he is flying his ship, you can turn him upside down and he doesn't fall out of the cockpit, which is a very nice touch. And I've also put this droid on the spinning plate that you get with the set, which just means that R4 can have a look around and gives another little bit functionality that makes for an awesome play feature and a display feature, as you're able to display him looking side on rather than straight in line with the bricks. As you might have spotted when I was talking about the brackets, this cockpit piece does lift off completely to get to Kenobi or to put R4's body just in here. And you might see a few of my pieces are a bit discoloured to the ones from the set, such as them grey pieces are meant to be red, I do believe. But that is just because I've upgraded it a little bit with my own parts, which of course you can do anytime you see two 2x1 tiles together. For instance, replace it with a 1x4. However, that is completely down to you, and I've tried to keep as true to the instructions, or at least the pieces used, as possible, so that everyone with this set is able to build this ship. I do have a few more instructions also on the way, such as my Luke and Han land speeders, that I'll hopefully be uploading soon, so keep an eye out for them and be sure to follow me on Rebrickable if you want to see any future updates. And overall, I'm very impressed with how this ship turned out, especially with the back fin and the engines all still fitting in such a sleek model. If you'd like to see a video of me talking about the Luke and Han models, do let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out my other designs as they come out. May the Force be with you always.